day one of our reward funnel update. So for our maths tutoring company, we're trialing a new sales channel where we sell a low ticket offer to our avatar / ICP, who will then watch a series of videos, hopefully, that will kind of change their belief. And the whole point of this is to give them discounts, rewards and incentives and deadlines to force them to watch the content that we provide in the hopes that they then purchase our high ticket offer without a sales call, because that's how we typically do things now. We want to see if this can scale without a sales team. So that's the premise of what the idea is. And the statistics on day one of we actually turned the ads on, we spent about £35, which, fine. For that, we got 160 views on the page. Again, that's actually pretty in line with what we're expecting. What is that? 35. That's actually really cheap. And of that, no purchases. Again, not shocking whatsoever. If you start a new ad account, whenever you start ads, period, they end up being a bit janky, very costly for the conversions, even on a well-trained ad account. But firstly, we've run hundreds of thousands of pounds through this ad account to this exact avatar. Nothing's different. And so to have no conversions yet at all was a bit sus, but not bizarre. And so what we were going to do is we were going to let this run out to say, right, we need more data before we can make a decision, because that's how you do experiments. That's if you're not a scientist, but you are running entrepreneurial tests, you have to have a hypothesis, you've got to have a method that you're going to test rather than just doing it all on gut feeling. Now, we were going to leave this, we can let it run so we could gather the data, but this exact funnel, we have purchased the method from a community of other people who have used the exact same system. And they get, once they're established and it's up and working, about 10% of low ticket offer purchases to high conversions. Now, we haven't had any low ticket offer purchases, right? So of course, none of them are gonna convert to the high ticket. So that 10% is still true for zero, right? But of this, we're actually looking at about 10 to 15% on average who purchase the low ticket offer. And so we then went and had to look, and we found an extra number we went looking for an additional metric on the website where we're tracking all of this Go High Level to see that of our page views of 160, only about 5 went through to the order page, which is much lower than we were expecting. We were hoping for about 13% total would buy. So you're looking at hopefully more like 20 to 30% click through. 160 people coming through that you test on is a good enough number to know that that conversion isn't doing what it's meant to. So people are clicking on the page, but they are not going to the next step, which is clicking on the order page, which means there is an issue on the page that they actually land on that's not making people move to the next step. So that could be anything to do with the copy. It could be the headline's wrong, the copy is not talking to them, the order in which you do it, etc., etc. There's so many things it could be, but it's definitely an issue on that page straight away. So we had a look at it and we realized, looking at our headline, it wasn't obvious what exactly they were purchasing. So that was the first thing that we'd made a change to, and we were like, right, this is enough data to know. Let's make a change to see what happens, to see if we're right. And we'll see what happens to the stats going forward. There we go. Have a great day. Peace.